After Sarah Winchester's death in 1922, the construction stopped. The hammers fell silent, but the house itself did not. For decades, visitors and workers reported strange occurrences. Footsteps pacing empty halls, doors opening to nowhere, and whispers from rooms that had been sealed for nearly a century. Tonight, we enter the Winchester Mystery House once again, not to witness its construction, but to explore the lingering echoes of its restless spirits. When Sarah Winchester passed away, the house she had built for decades remained intact, but silent. Many believed her death would release the spirits she had spent her life evading. Yet within weeks, strange events began to escalate. Caretakers hired to maintain the property reported doors swinging open and closed on their own. Hallways that had been clear the day before suddenly seemed to stretch further, trapping staff in a maze of walls and staircases. Some claimed to hear hammers tapping in rooms long abandoned, as if construction continued in spectral form. Local residents spoke of flickering lanterns in the windows at night, even when no one lived inside. Tourists arriving for daytime visits sometimes reported feeling cold drafts in the heat of summer or hearing whispers behind them in empty corridors. The house remained a living entity, growing in mystery even after the tools had been laid down. It was no longer Sarah controlling the design. The spirits she feared had become active, restless, and unpredictable. Over the following decades, these accounts multiplied. Security footage captured doors opening and closing without wind. Motion sensors detected unseen presences, and thermal cameras revealed cold spots moving through walls. The Winchester house was no longer merely an architectural curiosity. It was an active site of paranormal energy. Sarah had left behind countless sealed rooms, dozens bricked off, locked, or hidden behind false walls. For decades, visitors were warned not to enter these spaces. In the 1950s, the first serious attempts were made to document the interiors of these sealed areas. What investigators found was chilling. Furniture untouched for decades, dust thick as snow, and objects arranged in unusual patterns, chairs facing walls, clocks stopped at the same time, and personal belongings carefully placed as though waiting for someone who never returned. Some rooms contained symbols etched into walls, cryptic marks reminiscent of Sarah's own daily sketches. Investigators noted that certain patterns seemed to correspond with areas reported as high-activity zones for paranormal phenomena. Paranormal research teams in the late 20th century reported that when these sealed rooms were entered, the atmosphere shifted immediately. Thermographic cameras detected sudden temperature drops, EMF meters spiked unpredictably, and recording devices picked up faint whispers, voices that seemed to echo from within the very walls themselves. Many believed these rooms were not simply sealed to protect Sarah, but to contain the spirits themselves. And yet, even containment proved temporary. The energy seeped into the rest of the house, influencing every hallway, staircase, and doorway. The Winchester house had become a labyrinth not just of wood and stone, but of restless souls. In the 21st century, several paranormal investigation teams have documented the Winchester house extensively. Using thermal imaging, night vision, and audio recording devices, investigators have confirmed phenomena that defy logical explanation. Thermal cameras reveal moving cold spots in empty rooms. Audio equipment often picks up unexplained knocks, footsteps, and faint whispers, sometimes in multiple locations simultaneously. EMF readings spike without electrical sources nearby. One team reported hearing a voice clearly say, "Why are you here?" while walking through the corridor of the bricked rooms. Video footage from the same investigation shows a door slowly opening on its own, revealing nothing beyond a wall. Investigators also note that the unusual architecture seems to amplify paranormal energy. Staircases leading to ceilings, doors opening into brick walls, and hallways that loop in impossible ways appear to focus activity in certain areas. These hot zones correspond with the rooms Sarah actively designed to confuse the spirits. Many experts now consider the Winchester house one of the most active and documented haunted locations in the United States. It is not merely folklore. The evidence continues to accumulate, pointing to a house that is still, nearly a century later, inhabited by restless spirits. Among the most notorious areas of the house are the Hall of Fires and Sarah's séance room. The Hall of Fires is a long corridor filled with fireplaces, some functional, others purely decorative. Investigators report that flames occasionally ignite spontaneously, even in sealed or empty fireplaces, and disappear just as suddenly. Thermal cameras capture unexplained heat sources along the walls, though no one is present. The séance room, where Sarah reportedly contacted spirits nightly, remains untouched. Paranormal teams entering this room often report immediate sensations of pressure on the chest, feelings of being watched, and faint whispers echoing from the corners. Recordings capture soft, urgent voices, repeating words that are difficult to decipher. One researcher described the room as saturated with energy, a place where the boundary between the living and the dead feels thin, almost fragile. In these spaces, Sarah's presence seems to linger, guiding or perhaps observing those who dare to enter. Among the house's many peculiarities, the door to nowhere remains one of the most unsettling. Open it and you see nothing. A sheer drop, a brick wall, or a hallway that suddenly loops back to where you started. Investigators report feeling disoriented immediately. Compasses spin, footsteps echo strangely, and recordings often capture faint laughter. Not malevolent, but undeniably otherworldly. Many hallways are designed in ways that challenge perception. Staircases ascend only to end abruptly. Rooms contain unexpected alcoves and false doors. Some visitors swear they walk down a corridor for minutes, only to find themselves in the same spot. These architectural oddities are not simply eccentric. They may function as a conduit for paranormal activity. Investigators suggest the maze-like design allows spirits to remain near the living, while also confusing and delaying anyone attempting to understand or escape their presence. Many of the spirits reported by investigators are believed to be the victims of Winchester rifles, soldiers, settlers, and Native Americans. Their energy lingers, sometimes visible as fleeting apparitions. A team documented a figure in Civil War uniform moving silently through the upper halls. Another captured faint, shadowy forms of children running across ballrooms that have been empty for decades. One investigator noted a chilling pattern. Certain rooms appeared to remember Sarah's presence. When equipment was placed in these rooms, readings spiked in ways unmatched anywhere else in the house. Thermal cameras detected a figure sitting in her chair, invisible to the naked eye, and audio captured soft, almost maternal whispers. Even guided tours report sudden temperature drops and cold drafts where no windows exist. Cameras often pick up unexplained movements and orbs floating through rooms. The Winchester Mystery House continues to be a living testament to the power of grief, obsession, and unresolved spirits. Today, the Winchester Mystery House stands as a museum, drawing thousands of visitors annually. Its complex architecture, bizarre construction, and centuries-old legends continue to fascinate both historians and paranormal enthusiasts. Investigators continue to report phenomena: sudden cold spots, EVPs, ghostly footsteps, and fleeting apparitions. Tourists and staff alike feel the presence of Sarah Winchester and the restless spirits she sought to appease for decades. The house is no longer simply a curiosity. It is a cautionary tale. Sarah Winchester's obsession with the spirits she feared left behind a home that is both a marvel and a prison. In the halls of the Winchester Mystery House, the living and the dead coexist. One can walk through its corridors, staircases, and sealed rooms, but one can never truly understand the energy contained within. The spirits remain silent yet ever present, their echoes woven into the very walls. For visitors today, the house is both a window into history and a testament to the enduring mystery of the unknown. Sarah Winchester's legacy endures, a labyrinth of grief, obsession, and unquiet spirits, frozen in wood, stone, and shadow.